Howdy, and welcome to the channel. And in this week's video, we're going to go over Ryobi's entry into the SDS Plus field with these drills. These are the only drills that they currently have that are in the SDS Plus category. So SDS Plus is specifically this shank size, and I have these different tools that, as you can tell, I've used them a lot. They have gone through the torture test with these two drills, and I can say nothing but good things about these tools. So let's get into the specifics of them. First, we have model P222, and then we have model P223. So there's actually just a single digit from the older model to the newer model, but the primary differences are extensive. First of all, this one currently is going for $119 on HomeDepot.com, whereas this one is going for $189 on HomeDepot.com. This one's got about 4.5 stars on it, and this one actually has 4.8 stars. And of the two, this is more like a consumer grade. The P222 is a consumer grade, whereas the P223 is actually entry pro grade. And I've actually seen a lot of reports of people using this on job sites and having very good results out of it. But let's go over some more of the details with them. First of all, the P222 has a 1/2 inch maximum size diameter bit that they recommend that you use with it. The P223 has a 1 inch maximum size diameter bit that you should use with it. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, I got to give props to Woodstock VA over at GarageJournal.com on their forums. He says, and I quote, "The size rating that you ask about is the maximum diameter solid bit that it is designed to handle, i.e. if it's a 1 inch or a 1 1/8, etc. However, that is the maximum size it is designed to handle. For optimal working size, you take the maximum size, divide it by half, and subtract 1/8. So that gives you an idea that the maximum size bits that you should be using is a 1 inch for the larger one and a 1/2 inch for the smaller one. Now, you can use bigger bits, but they don't recommend it, and they say that it's not going to perform correctly if you do that. So please keep that in mind. Some of the other big differences is the older model is a brushed model. The Pro grade is a brushless motor that is in it, and it actually uses the HP batteries that have the extra connectors on it for more output. Now, I know I specified that the brushless tool is able to use the HP batteries, but it can actually use both. Now, the main difference is whenever you actually look at the tool, you will see that there are 2 additional connectors that are on the back of the tool, and you can actually see that on the battery as well. Now, this black battery, you can see, has 2 additional connectors on the bottom of it. However, the gray battery, which is a non-HP battery, does not have those additional connectors. However, you don't have to have it. This tool will run on either one of these batteries, and this tool will run on either one of these batteries. Now, the older one's going to have 1.2 joules impact for each hit, whereas the Pro grade is going to have 2.1 joules. So that's about a 75% increase in strength. Both of them have anywhere from 0 to 5,000 beats per minute. Now, the older one has about 1,300 revolutions per minute, and the newer one, the Pro grade, has about 1,380 RPM with it. Now, obviously, some of the other things that you can see is the newer one, the Pro grade, actually has a additional handle. So it has an auxiliary handle to give you more strength, and it has a very easy to adjust depth stop gauge. So once you're drilling a hole, as you're drilling in, as soon as this hits your material, you know that you have drilled to the depth that you need. And it's very simple to adjust that. You simply push down on the handle, and the metal rod, and it is a metal rod, slides in and out. Now, this piece here and the handle itself is a composite plasticky material, so keep that in mind. It can get damaged if you're treating it poorly and throwing it around the back of your truck. This can actually end up failing on you. Now, both of these drills actually have very similar settings that are on them. First of all, this one on the consumer grade is just a simple twist. There's nothing fancy that you have to do with it, and you're going to have drill, then you're going to have a hammer drill, then you're going to have a slightly less of a hit hammer, and then you're going a hammer drill, and then you're going to have the full chisel mode. Now this one is a little bit different on the Pro grade. You actually have to push a little safety handle on the side here, and then you can start twisting the handle where you want it to go. Now this one only has 3 settings, and this is more common in the SDS Pluses that I have used in the industry. First, we're going to have, whenever we turn it around, first we're going to have a standard drill. This is just going to be a standard drill functionality. It's not going to be a hammer or anything like that. Next, we flip it to the middle and lock it in. This is going to be a hammer drill or a chisel drill. So as it's spinning, this is what you're going to use like on Tapcon. As it's spinning, it's actually going to be hitting with those beats per minute with 2.1 joules of energy. And that is going to actually chip away at the material drilling into. And then the final one is if we turn it all the way over and lock it in, this is going to be the chisel mode, which again is going to be for the chisels that you can put in the drill. Now I've used both of these to drill into brick. I have used both of them to drill into mortar, into concrete, and to dolomite, which for those of you who are geologists or know anything about working in ground, you know that dolomite is a big pain in the rear to drill into and to chip out. I've also done granite with it, and I have done limestone with it. And both of these work very effectively for it. Now, obviously, because of the brushless nature of this, you're going to consume less batteries with this one, and you have more impact force with the Pro grade. So this one does a lot better job and a quicker job of drilling a hole or chiseling out versus the consumer grade. And the consumer grade works perfectly fine. I didn't have a problem with it, but it does take longer. So that's the primary differences between the two. Let's go out and let's check them out and see how they actually do at breaking apart some old limestone that's in our walk path. So that's our review of the Ryobi SDS Plus hammer drills. If you have any questions about either one of these drills or any of the tools that are up behind me, be sure to leave it in the comments below. And if you do, I'll be sure to post it like this one. Thanks for watching.